This demonstration will show the actions necessary to safely stop a 3/4 pipe type service T. Using the Mazco Safe-T-Stopper, I will remove a cap from a 3/4 service T. This entire process takes generally 10 to 15 minutes from the start to the removal of the tool. Start with placing the seals firmly over the cap, one bevel down and the other bevel upward. These seals will create a compression fitting under the cap. Next, mount the appropriately sized reducer ring. Place the two packing retainer half collars under the packing seals. Place the cap housing over the half collars. Install the packing retainer nuts and tighten. Place security restraining strap assembly onto the cap housing and loop the restraining strap under the main line. Thread the isolation valve onto the cap housing. Attach the appropriately sized cap removal adapter and housing onto the isolation valve. Close the bleeder valve on the isolation valve. Lower the cap removal tool into the cap housing until the tool engages the cap. Once the cap is engaged, rotate the tool counterclockwise to remove the cap. Raise the cap removal tool up until it is completely out of the valve. Close the isolation valve and open the bleeder valve until pressure is completely released. Now remove the cap removal tool. The cap has now been removed. Before placing the expander plug into the service T, first place the expander plug into the expander tool and place the tool alongside the T and slide the marking indicator down the shaft. This will mark the depth of where you wish to place the plug. Thread the expandable plug tool onto the top of the isolation valve. Close the bleeder valve. Open the isolation valve and lower the expandable plug down into the service T to the pre-measured depth. Turn the expandable plug tool handle clockwise while holding the tool shaft until tight. This will expand the plug to close the hole where the service T is connected to the main pipeline. The plug is now in place. Bleed the service line down in a safe location. Confirm the bleed off by opening the bleeder valve. Disengage the expander tool from the plug and raise the tool shaft. Remove the safety stopper tool. Measure the depth to the top of the expandable plug through the top of the T prior to cutting the T off below the branch. Using a pipe cutter or a zip disc, cut the T off below the branch and above the expandable plug. Place a tapered weld plug and drive the plug into location at the cutoff point. Back weld around the plug for a permanent closure. Use your company's approved final close-off method. Threading the stub or using a compression cap may be desired.